Hello and welcome back to the Rocket VA podcast. I'm Debbie, founder of the Rocket VA Academy. And in these first few episodes of this podcast and YouTube channel, we've been diving deep into the world of virtual assisting, the services that you can offer, the kind of income. And today I really want to talk to you about values and why trust matters. And some of this came from inspiration from actually having a couple of my London friends visit at the weekend. And Julia and I both did a network marketing business together about 5 or 6 years ago now. And we both were sharing our lessons, our experience of that, and the things we wish we had and hadn't done. And it also kind of came back to one value which we embody in the Rocket VA Academy, which is trust. And we felt that our experience of the network marketing business that we were in didn't really have trust as a value, as a core value. It was more focused on pushing to the next level and doing things to help other people rather than just helping yourself. And whilst I don't regret the network marketing business, the business model at all, I have clients who are in network marketing, don't think it's a bad business per se, but I just think that my experience is that it didn't get me to the place where I wanted to be. And yet I was kind of given this promise that when I started my network marketing business, within 18 months, I'd be earning more than my corporate income. I'd be a full-time digital nomad. I'd be traveling the world doing all these things. But in reality, that didn't happen. So why trust is such a big value of mine and so important is because I really believe that for anyone to put their trust in someone, you have to walk the walk and be really integrated in what you're sharing. So when I decided to choose between network marketing and virtual assisting, it came down to the fact of the matter, which was the income that I saw in my bank balance was way more through virtual assisting compared to network marketing. And I did my network marketing business for 3 years, but I only was 1 year into my virtual assisting business and saw way more success in way less time. So since that journey of network marketing, personal development, and then starting my virtual assistant business, there were a few other things that I really valued in my life. And these were freedom. These were growth, trust, money, adventure. And so when I started the Rocket VA Academy, I really wanted to make sure that the values that we created were not only integrated within the business and within my own life and business, but also were values that people who were joining the VA Academy were in search of and they wanted to find here. And so for us at the Rocket VA Academy, our values aren't just words, they're the lens through which we teach, support, and grow together. So we just shared on our Instagram recently these 5 core values, which are freedom, trust, growth, community, and courage. Now, freedom, I talk about freedom a lot and I talk about how I've created my own freedom lifestyle here in Barcelona in Spain. And actually, I'm just sat on my Barcelona terrace. It's about 7 p.m. at night. The sun's going down in about 20 minutes. And I just thought, you know what? I really want to sit in my beautiful space tonight and record this. And hopefully the audio is fine. I've got the microphone right up to my mouth today. But I really wanted to be in the place where so many of my dreams are coming true and so much of my freedom is coming true. And this is here in Barcelona. And I think for me, having the blue skies above me right now and just realizing that the life I've created through virtual assisting was and is possible and I've done it, makes everything that I do and everything that I share with you in these podcasts and through the Rocket VA Academy worth it. And I know that because I have done this, I've created this life, that you can do the same. So for me, freedom, it's not just about money or location freedom, but it's about creating time. It's about how flexible you can be. It's about how independent you can be. And there are so many reasons why freedom is such a big value in my life. And I've had experiences where I've seen people, especially women, who become reliant on their partners for money. And I get there are times in life where you have to do this, especially if you have children. But also I've seen examples of women who haven't had supportive partners and who have used money as a form of abuse, or even, women who've had domestic abuse and been unable to leave a relationship or an environment because they had lack of income. So freedom is not just about picking up your laptop and working remotely from a cafe or moving your life to Spain like I did. It's also about creating the independence and the possibilities to move or look after yourself and your family if you need to. So that's why it's a really important value for me. And I know that everyone has their own version of freedom, which is what we always say. Come to the Rocket VA Academy to create your own version of freedom, whether that is being a full-time mum and working part-time VA hours, whether it's traveling and working remotely. I mean, one of our VAs in the alumni today shared a message that she is working remotely in Brazil. And whilst she's not earning as much as her corporate income, she has the freedom of actually picking up a laptop and working and traveling through Brazil for a month. And that to her is worth it. And that's her version of freedom. So it's different for everyone. Some people's freedom is they want more money and they want to be earning double their corporate income, which they can do in less than full-time hours. So all these versions of freedom are possible for you. So freedom is our first value. Then we have trust. So trust is the foundation of every relationship, from clients to community. And going back to the example of the network marketing that I talked about earlier, when I first started that network marketing business, I started it on the trust, the belief that I would be where I wanted to be in 18 months' time. And that really didn't happen. And yes, of course, it's down to my own doing at the end of the day. But I put so much time and energy into that business, and I trusted the leaders, the people who were inspiring me, that it was possible. But in fact, only a certain percentage, like 2% or something of people in network marketing reach the top of these businesses. So yeah, I put my trust maybe in the wrong place. But at the same time, I also learned so much about myself, and I don't regret a single part of that journey. But with the Rocket VA Academy, trust is one of our values because I have walked the walk. I have earned these 4K months and more. I have worked with amazing clients from all around the world. I've worked on retreats. I've traveled. Clients have flown me out to Portugal, to Mykonos, to Dubai, like incredible places. And so I'm not telling you something that you can't do. I'm telling you something that you can do. So if you join the Rocket VA Academy, you are joining a program, you're gaining the skill set, and you're getting the community and the support that you need with a real integrated, truthful approach. And, I always have one-to-ones with our alumni members, and I will never tell you something that isn't truthful. So for me, it's really, really important. It forms every part of our relationship, our clients, our community. And we want you not only to believe in us, but to believe in yourself, like trust yourself. Trust that if you have made this decision to join the VA Academy, or if you're listening to this podcast right now, you're listening for a reason. So trust that reason, trust the vision that you have in your life, and don't let anyone detour you from what you want in life. Then the next value is growth. We really, really believe in growing, and each new skill or challenge builds your confidence and career. And a big part of our academy is the growth you get. We give you 14 core modules to bring in guest experts from all around the world, and guests who are experts in different things, from MailChimp to Squarespace to all these tools, and bring in mindset experts because we want you to grow. So we're continuously investing in new modules, new growth. I'm learning things all the time because, like anything we know, industries move fast. Virtual assisting moves fast. So with AI, artificial intelligence, again, we need to keep growing and evolving. So not only do we want you to grow yourselves in this business, we also make sure that we grow ourselves, so we're supporting you with new skills and even more confidence to succeed in your career. Then our next value is community. So we really, really value collaboration and connection because we don't want anyone to feel alone. When I first started my VA career, I really, really did not know much about this industry. I kind of just was going it alone. I didn't know how much you should charge per hour. I didn't know the kind of clients you'd work with. But that when I started to find other VAs and ask them questions, I started to find my community. But I really wanted you guys to have the community from day one. And whether that is being part of our podcast community, or, following us on Instagram, or whether you're part of the alumni already, community is not about doing it on your own. It's about bringing your skill set, bringing your celebrations, bringing your challenges, and helping other people, supporting them on their own journey too, and knowing that no one should feel alone. And so that's why we're really building this big international community. We want to grow all around the world. So if you are tuning in from anywhere in the world, we want to support you at some point. And we're also, with that, we're doing our first ever retreat in Barcelona in May 2026. 5 days of expansion, growth. Oh, so much goodness, personal development, community collaboration, and we want you to be a part of it. So if you want to come and join us. And also, we're going to London in November. We're going to do a little event, and I see people in our community, in our WhatsApp groups, messaging and sharing information, sharing tips. Sometimes they don't even need me to answer because they're answering themselves. And I'm like, this is the power of community, the power of collaboration. And the final value that we really embody is courage. So taking that leap, stepping out of comfort zones and rewriting your story. Nothing is set in stone in this life. So if you are brave enough to take the leap, if you're brave enough to have big dreams, then just go for it. Like, stop letting yourself or letting other people stop you from doing things in life. Because if you have the dream, the vision, then you can go for it. Whether that's signing up to the VA starter kit, diving in and exploring what the world of virtual assisting means, whether this is tuning into this podcast because people around you are telling that virtual assisting doesn't work. Well, trust me, it does. And if you have the courage to go for it, then you will find out for yourself that it really, really does. And you can rewrite your story. So these are our really core values: freedom, trust, growth, community, courage. And we really hope that through everything we share and all the knowledge and skills that we give you, that you feel like these are our values too, because we're not saying these words as buzzwords, we're embodying them, and we hope that you feel that. These values are really, really non-negotiables to us because there is so much noise online with hype and false promises. There are so many people telling you that you can have 4K income months overnight. There are people telling you that you can become a digital nomad tomorrow. There are so many different side hustles or extra jobs that you can do. And these false promises, and I just believe that they can really give the wrong people pathways to where they don't want to go. So I think that the first thing to do is to really tune into yourself, tune into what you want. Think about your 5-year vision, think about the 1-year vision, and think about what you're really missing in your life. And think about, is virtual assisting for you? Do you want to make this? Do you want to create some more freedom and flexibility in your life? Because if you do, then this could be a career path for you. And also, we want to remind you that this is a two-way path. This is a path between you and I, you and whoever you choose to start your next chapter with, whether it's, you're deciding to leave a relationship right now, whether you're deciding to start a new career, whether you're deciding to join the Rocket VA Academy, whatever it is, this is an agreement between yourself and this person, this group, because you can grow together. And if you put trust in each other, then you really can get to where you want to be. But just remember that this hard work evolved along the way, and you're the only person who can make those first steps. So just remember, growth happens step by step. Courage is required to even start this journey. Community is what keeps you going when motivation dips, and together these create long-term success. So if you have the trust and the faith in what you want to do, if you create the vision, courage is the first step. Community is what can keep you going, and the growth and the freedom comes with part of all of this. Together, these create long-term success. And I just wanted to share with you a review that one of our Academy members has written. And this, for me, is all about the trust. And actually, it's on our Trustpilot. We have a Trustpilot review site. So a lot of our alumni members come on and they share their reviews and experience of the VA Academy. And there are so many. And I'm just going to read one that's here right in front of me now. And it says, "Joining the Rocket VA Academy was the best decision I could have made for my business dreams. Debbie's expertise and guidance gave me the confidence and skills to help my transition from an unfulfilling role to signing my first VA clients in just a few months. I'm now building a business that gives me the freedom and flexibility I've been dreaming of. Now I'm excited for what's next." I mean, these kind of reviews to me just mean the absolute world. And I don't do this lightly. I don't show up lightly, sharing my experience, trying to inspire you to potentially start a VA business lightly. I do this in the embodied truth that I know that if I can do it, you can do it too. And when I read these reviews of people actually doing the do, leaving their unfulfilling jobs and starting as virtual assistants, gaining clients, becoming full-time virtual assistants, it's incredible. And, another one here, "Joining the Rocket VA Academy in the summer of 2023 was a truly life-changing decision for me. After leaving my nursing career, I wanted a job that offered the flexibility to work from home, take my daughter to and from school, walk the dog, and fit perfectly around family life. Becoming a VA has given me all of that and more. My life has completely transformed for the better." And there's more. "Joining the Academy was the best decision I've ever made. I couldn't be more grateful." And today, I actually did cry. One of our VA members, Kat, she's in Brazil at the moment, she wrote in our WhatsApp group, "Thank God for Debbie." And I was like, wow, if I hadn't have trusted in myself all those years ago that I could make virtual assisting a success, and if my old client Rick hadn't put the trust in me and give me the vision that I could make this virtual assistant academy a possibility, then I wouldn't be here now, A, speaking to you on this podcast, but B, having created a 14-module, internationally renowned virtual assistant training academy where you can actually start your virtual assistant business and create the freedom that you want in your life. So I don't take anything that I do lightly, and I don't take any of your reviews or feedback lightly. I take them with absolute gratitude. And, this podcast as well, I'm also so grateful for your 5-star reviews and your feedback, because it makes me want to do more. And I'm coming here on these podcasts to share my experience, to inspire you, and also to make you realize that I'm just like you. And like years ago, I was in the position that you could be in right now. And, I was living in my overdraft at times in London, and felt like I was always just chasing for the weekend, didn't know what I wanted to do, didn't feel like I had a purpose, until I found virtual assisting. And, it took me down network marketing, but first to get here. But like, so everything in life, sometimes you take little detours. Can you hear these birds? I'm actually just sat on my terrace, so I think you probably heard helicopters, birds. And I'm just looking up at the birds. The moon is like half full at the moment. There's like neighbours around. I've got the fairy lights on. I'm like, wow, this life. It was on my vision board when I was sat in my grandma's back bedroom and in my niece's little single bed during COVID, doing all the hard work, grafting for what I wanted, because I had the vision. And the vision has brought me to you, and I'm so excited to help more people on this journey. And, we have 90 days until 2026. 90 days. That's a lot of time. That's 3 full months. And you can more than complete the Rocket VA Academy in that time. So you could literally end 2025 with a whole new career and a whole new skill set. And I'm ready to help you every step of the way. And I want to leave you with our tagline, which is create your own freedom, fun and flexibility. And today I was actually co-working with some friends, some amazing women who have all just brought so much inspiration and power and love and support into my life. And it's also the power of community. And one of the things I came back to was thinking, I've been creating the freedom and the flexibility, but have I been focusing on the fun? Maybe not so much. So I put a post on my Instagram about fun, and I'm like, I want to create more of this fun, because at the end of the day, we're here to have fun on this planet. We're not here to work and hustle. Obviously, we have to have an income and create income streams and pay bills and, have purpose in that way. But we're here to also have fun along the way and to relax into it. And I really want you to know that building a business like a virtual assistant business should feel fulfilling, not just like another job. And this means, fun means celebrating wins, enjoying the journey, and designing a life that excites you. So here at Rocket VA Academy, we stand for freedom, trust, growth, community, and courage. And we emphasize fun because this is a journey you should enjoy, not just endure. So when you trust the process, you trust yourself and the people around you, that's when everything changes. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this short podcast. I'm just trying to keep them short and concise so that you can tune into them, whether you are in the gym, whether you're in the car. But I basically want to leave you with the thought that what are the values that you're embodying in your day-to-day life? Do you feel like they're reflecting in the work that you're doing? Do you feel like they're reflecting in the lifestyle or relationships that you have? And if not, you can change it. You can create the life that you want, centered around the values that you really want your life to encompass. So if you're not happy, just remember you are the change. And this Gabby Bernstein book that really changed my life, The Universe Has Your Back, she's like, if you're not happy looking in the mirror at yourself, then you're the only one that can change that reflection. And it's true, there's no person who's going to come and save you in this life. I used to be dreaming about getting rescued by my Prince Charming, living in Surrey countryside, but I realized that didn't happen because I wasn't in a place where I was fulfilled myself. I wasn't my own hero. So I think you got to become your own hero, and that means getting true on your boundaries, getting strong on your values, and truly choosing the life that you want to live. So I'm going to leave you there. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. In the next couple of episodes, we're going to dive into, we've got a guest who we're going to be talking about virtual assisting and executive assisting. And we're also going to bring in a couple of other guests, plus some other tools and tips from virtual assisting that we hope will support you on your journey. So over and out from here, I hope you've been able to hear amongst all these birds and helicopters that have been going over. And I hope that wherever you're tuning into, you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, and just know that you can create the life that you want.